this is not what I was expecting to have to do at 3:30 in the afternoon on a Monday, and that's jump onto this because someone is a coward. Not us, by the way.
I mean, yeah, I've had that word describe me before, but I don't think it's right in this situation.
No, definitely not. So for those of you who don't know, we are both Angel fans, at least I guess I'm considering changing my allegiance here. But for those who don't know, the Angels were in potential sell mode. And well, that changed. Literally, I think maybe 15 minutes ago, they released this statement over their Twitter and basically saying Arte's not going to sell the team. So I will read this, I guess, verbatim here so everyone understands. At least if you're listening to this on the audio side. So if you're listening on the video side, you can read it on the screen. If not, we'll read it right now. I'm a horrible reader, but I'll do my best. During this process, it became clear that we have unfinished business and feel that we can make a positive impact on the future of the team and the fan experience. This offseason, we committed to a franchise record player payroll and still want to accomplish our goal of bringing a World Series championship back to our fans. We are excited to begin this next chapter of Angels baseball. We are grateful for Galateo Sports partners for their outstanding efforts throughout this process that allowed us to meet with a number of highly qualified individuals and groups who expressed strong interest in the club. However, as we discussed, discussions advanced and began to crystallize, we realized our hearts remain with the Angels and we're not ready to part ways with the fans, players, or employees. And that is a statement from Angels owner Arte Moreno. Bryce is shaking his head, so I'll let you go first.
I just tweeted. I finally finished my tweet. Okay. I meant to send it out before, but along this path that we've had with having two of the greatest baseball players of all time on our team, in Ohtani and Trout, I have repeatedly rebuffed anybody who suggests that the Angels need to trade Trout and trade Ohtani. But now that they have an owner who has shown time and time and time again that he just doesn't care, as much as I, as a fan, want to watch the two greatest baseball players in our current generation, I honestly can't want this for them. Arte, why? You've committed to not really wanting to properly run this team. I just don't get it.
They made it seem like that it was we felt like we had something left to prove. However, my reaction on Twitter was just putting ha 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 1,000 times because Arte just trolled an entire fan base for about 5 months. My theory is he wants to either A, wait and see what the football team sells for because they're in sale too, and they're going to get like 5, probably to 8 to 10 billion, is what you're going to see. They're going to buy. The Dodgers sold for $2 billion, I think, a decade ago. So you're looking at a higher number. I think he wants to see what the teams up for sale are going to get in the NFL and then kind of go from there. Or, I don't know if there's an or. I guess, is the or he's probably not being investigated anymore by the FBI? Is that the or? Is that what happened? I really don't know. I think this is a really odd thing. I do have to laugh. I'm gonna throw his statement back up on screen because I find it funny that he said this offseason we committed to a franchise record player payroll. That's what you're hanging your hat on? It's like, see, I spent money, guys. Shut up.
Guys, I barely spent money and I'm still under the cap because that's all I care about. I don't care about putting a winner on the field. I care about what makes me money. That's all Arte cares about. He cares about filling his pockets.
If Arte, the funny thing is with Arte,
my thought is he went to a financial planner who said, look, yeah, you could get, I don't know what the numbers are, but like 2 billion. Billion, whatever it is right now.
Someone said he had offers north of $2 billion and didn't take them. I don't know what north of 2 billion means.
While he could get that right now, they said you could set this up for the future to be making yourself, if you continue to run the franchise this way, you could continue to be making, upwards of, 200 to 300 million a year. And that means in 10 years, you'll make that. And so why sell the team for the 2 billion now when you're going to have to pay taxes on it and all this stuff when you can make that money over the long term? And To be honest, he doesn't care about baseball. He talks in that statement about wanting to win. He's never proven that he wants to win. He proves that he wants to make money. That's where like we've talked about in the past. He just cares about, he comes from an advertising background. All he cares about is having a team that's marketable.
Yeah, but he sucks at that too.
Wants to, yeah. And
he's terrible at marketing.
And so right now he's saying, I have the 2 best players in baseball. He's gonna.
He doesn't market them.
I will say one thing for this. He's definitely going to go all out on basically loading up the truck for Ohtani.
No, he won't. I don't believe it.
You don't think so?
I don't believe it.
I don't know, because for him, from a marketing standpoint, there's no more marketing player than Ohtani.
He has shown his ineptitude when it comes to marketing already.
Yeah, well,
the minute he changed to Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim or Los Angeles Angels, he already lost the marketing battle. He decided to go up against the Dodgers in a market that he doesn't touch. And despite what Angels Reddit might think, if he went back to Anaheim or California, he'd have a way better marketing shot than he does going directly up against the Dodgers.
Yeah. No,
it's a rough time.
Disappointing is I guess an accurate word, but it's not the most accurate word. There's not enough words for me to continue to rant and say, Arte needed to sell this team. He needed to do what was right for the Angels, and he didn't. He failed to do what was right for this team.
Yeah.
And he's going to hurt them in the long run.
He'll hurt them in the long run, and I'm sure we're going to get more as like the week goes on. So we'll definitely probably retouch this on Friday. But I think with the story being fresh,
next Monday,
fresher. Well, yeah, next Monday. Best to get something out now, sort of breaking news style.
Maybe when we come in next Monday, we'll come in with a primarily talking about this and maybe touch on it a little more in depth about what it means.
I kind of hope there's a little bit more information. Maybe someone will say what they are offering, because I'm intrigued to see I want to know what the actual value was of the franchise. Because I had to guess like actual value's got to be north of $3 billion. So I don't see an offer being lower than $3 billion. But we'll see.
I'm frustrated. That's all that can be said. Is I'm just so frustrated.
It's rough.
I was looking forward to a new owner. I was looking forward to someone who would bring excitement to the franchise, and not someone who has stagnated so badly that the Angels haven't made the playoffs in 9 years.
It's rough when the conversations I'm having in like an Angel group chats are, do we even root for him anymore?
Yeah, well, no, that was my initial reaction is, do I watch the Angels anymore? Do I care about the Angels anymore?
Yeah, it's one of those bits. Yeah.
To be honest, that's the hard thing is about being a fan, about really being a fan of a team is, yes, I am going to watch the Angels next season. Yes, I'm still going to come out and, I live too far to actually go to a baseball game,
right.
But I'm still going to come out and
I'll say
watch them
this
on MLB TV, and probably something I do with all of that will support Arte in the long run. But
I'm sure I'm sure it's sort of getting to the point where fans are going to kind of be like, all right, we're done. That was their last shot, and they can't do it out of selfishness.
What I would say to Angels fans, just as my initial reaction is, if you don't feel like going to a baseball game, don't. If you feel like you still want to go out and support the guys because they aren't the owner, do that too. Do whatever you feel. I think if I could push fans to do one thing, it'd be this: don't buy Angels gear, because that's where Arte makes a good amount of his money.
I don't know if that's where he makes it. You can support
the Angels with the gear you have. Wear red if you want to support them, but just make it not Angels gear, because
that's
he
revenue
does make
split.
a good amount of money from all of that merchandising sales. And so if we stop buying all his merchandise, then
not as much as you think, but
maybe it'll hurt him at least a little. I don't look. There's nothing we can do to make him sell the team.
Not show
so
up.
You basically either got to buck up and be a fan now, or
not show up,
or just not show up, because
not show up. But I don't think
this is what being a fan is about. I guess is going through the rough times and coming out the other side.
True. So I don't know. I don't know where I stand. I'm annoyed by it. I much rather him say like there wasn't an offer I thought was sufficient up to what we valued the team at, which is probably what happened. But I don't know if we're ever going to get any more info out of, well, we're not doing it. So it's another it's more years of ineptitude at the highest level and all that stuff. So maybe hopefully we'll get some scathing article that just forces him to sell, because it's been reported the other owners don't like him. So I'm sure if they wanted to get him out, I there's a lot to unpack. The conspiracy theorist in me thinks that maybe he knows he has enough votes to stay as owner if they wanted to vote him out, because they would need a majority. Maybe he actually has a couple friends who wouldn't vote him out. I don't know. I think there's more to it, but we're never really going to know. But it sucks that we're stuck with the guy who clearly doesn't know what a baseball team is and all that, which...
The problem is he just doesn't care. He doesn't care about running the baseball team no matter what he says.
No, it's his own little...
He just cares about lining his pocket.
It's been his private little toy for 20 years. It's been his... Yeah. It's been his little plaything and revenue stream for damn near 20 years, and it's not going to change this year, and it probably won't change next year. His kids...
It's a huge bummer.
I guess the interesting thing of note is originally it's kind of felt like the kids didn't want to run it, so maybe the kids now want to run it. So maybe we'll see over the next couple years that Arte steps away and his sons take over. Maybe they are a little less hands-on. I don't know what it means, but it's going to be interesting if things do come out, because I kind of wonder if now you'll start seeing the gloves come off and guys who have been shadow banned from the organization, kind of like Rod Carew and some of these other guys, just come out and start just saying, hey, this guy's a piece of shit, get him out. Kind of like, basically, do we end up with a situation kind of like with Dan Schneider, where it's just, they're forcing him out and they're like, go for it. We're going to make you sell one way or another. I don't know if it's going to get that point, but I do kind of wonder with some of the stuff that's gone on behind the scenes with the Angels, if the league's just... I thought he should have been forcibly removed last year after the Tyler Skaggs stuff came out, but not everyone's me. But I thought that would be the final nail in the coffin for him, but it's not. So
it just goes to show exactly what she can do and get away with.
I don't think it shows what you can know and get away with. Like I said, how long did it take the NFL to, purge themselves of Snyder?
Yeah, that's true.
It takes a while.
I hope that there's something in the near future still that happens, but right now this is what we're stuck with. This is the only news we have,
and it's one scathing.
I'm heartbroken.
It's one scathing PR piece.
This. Sorry, I'm trying to point at.
Other way.
I'm failing. This right here. Hold on. Yeah. Right there. This right here.
Can't see who's blocking my camera.
Absolutely ruins my day. It just, there's nothing worse that could have happened. It's bad for the Angels. It's bad for the fans, and I don't know. We're gonna record on Friday for next Monday's episode. I'll probably have a lot more rants and thoughts to give into this, but for now I'm just...
It's not good.
I'm just upset, and this is the breaking news. So
all right, so hopefully we'll have a little bit more information when we kind of come back later this week to record and post on Monday. So sorry, Angel fans, and we're in this together. Here's to another mediocre 2023.